Welcome to the Champions Podcast with your host Cecil. We kick off Season 4 in Topolin at Radio Chernarus. Cecil is joined by his co-host John and guest Clarence for their very first broadcast out of the newly renovated radio station. And boy, is it beautiful. In this episode, Cecil breaks down emotionally about a breakup, while his listeners entice him to become polyamorous. Now please enjoy the audio-only version of Season 4, Episode 1 of the Champions Podcast, aptly titled Polyamory. This has been previously broadcasted on 91.9 and has been formatted accordingly for all frequencies. Is it off or on?
It's off right now.
I'm going to warm up 1 second.
All right.
All right, you can hit it.
We're going live in 3, 2, 1.
91.9, the fresh station. Hey everybody, this is your host Cecil. Welcome back to the Champions Podcast. It's Season 4. Before we get things rolling, you know how we like to do this. We're about to get one of our ad reads out of the way with a quick pre-roll. So, John, whenever you're ready.
Today's episode is brought to you by Stuffed Animal Costumes, the ultimate destination for renting or owning the most lovable plush mascot outfits, perfect for family-friendly events.
That's right. These are soft, fluffy, and perfect for birthday parties, school carnivals, or even neighborhood block parties. Let's be absolutely clear. These costumes are designed exclusively for family gatherings, not the furry community.
That's right, folks. Stuffed Animal Costumes is all about
Easy.
G-rated fun. Think face painting and balloon animals, not extracurricular activities. These suits are for wholesome, family-centered joy and nothing else.
Exactly. They're for birthday cake, not cake in the colloquial sense. Stuffed Animal Costumes has gone above and beyond to ensure that these mascots stay firmly in the family-friendly zone.
And they've backed it up with top-tier tamper-proof designs, reinforced zippers, triple-stitch seams, and, this is my favorite part, a built-in alarm system that activates at even the slightest hint of intercourse or outercourse.
Yep. Try anything suspicious and you'll hear alarms blaring louder than a middle school band concert. And trust me, it'll ruin the vibe or whatever you're attempting.
Oh, it gets better. Each costume also comes with GPS tracking, so if someone takes the suit somewhere it shouldn't be, the elite surveillance team, the Scratchers, the anti-furries, will know.
And these guys are relentless. If you think you could repurpose a stuffed animal costume for something sketchy, think again. Scratchers will track you down faster than your mom finding out you didn't clean your room.
And these suits aren't just tamper-proof. They're impenetrable. No sneaky modifications, no extra openings, no exceptions. These costumes are a fortress of fun, and they're built to keep things that way.
So whether it's a backyard birthday, a school fundraiser, or community event, Stuffed Animal Costumes is your partner in keeping the joy pure and family friendly.
And for our listeners, here's a special deal. Visit stuffedanimalcostumes.com and use the promo code FUCKTHEFURRIES at checkout to get 1 free day rental of either Peppa Pig or Pikachu. Perfect for making your next event unforgettable and entirely appropriate.
That's right, stuffedanimalcostumes.com, promo code FUCKTHEFURRIES. Stuffed Animal Costumes, keeping the world safe from mascot-related shenanigans, one fluffy suit at a time.
And now, a message for everybody out there. Let's join Stuffed Animal Costumes in their mission. Together, we can stop the misuse of mascot suits, not just in their product, but everywhere. It's time to take a stand against all inappropriate behavior in stuffed animal and mascot costumes around the world.
Keep the joy innocent, the events clean, and the costumes exactly what they're meant to be. Impenetrable symbols of family fun. Visit Stuffed Animal Costumes today and join the movement.
That's right. Let's stop the nonsense, folks. Let's stop the sex and mascot suits, period.
Now let's get to the show. And thanks again to Stuffed Animal Costumes and keeping the fun wholesome in the world just a little bit better. One costume at a time. That was a good ad read, right?
That was an amazing ad read.
it's a real epidemic right now, and we have to really acknowledge the fact that people are renting animal costumes and they're not doing it for family fun, and we have to stop it there. All right, because it's for families. It's not for your own enjoyment. Have your own adult fun outside of the family center areas. Okay, guys. All right.
I totally agree, Cecil.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy people can agree. Okay, so we're back on the Champions podcast, everyone. It's been a few weeks. A lot has happened since last time we talked about the fears of AI through Terminator 2, and I think that really went off with a bang. But today I'm going to get a little more personal. You guys allow me to get personal?
I don't mind.
I'm already plenty personal with you.
Yeah, I don't know how personal anyways, so I'm recently coming off a breakup, guys. I don't know if you guys ever experienced heartbreak before, but it's not feeling good. I don't have a whole lot of direction. You know, it seems like the only thing I really want to do is podcast these days. So I feel like podcasting about it will be more therapeutic. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know, it's always good to get your thoughts out there, make them into a real thing. You know.
I appreciate it. So I had this girl. Her name was Becky. She's the world, and I had to break things off. It's so hard breaking up with another person. You know, I'm usually on the receiving end of the breakup, and that's a lot easier to deal with. But you know, I don't really know. You know, because like I didn't really get a reaction. I broke up with her, and she kind of didn't react. So I'm all. It makes me think I want to go celibate. You know what celibate is, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's when it's when you have all the sex but just with yourself, and I think I don't know.
It's a good way of explaining it.
Yeah, it's just Becky really. I don't know. It worked for me last time. You know, last time I had a really rough breakup, and it was a tough time. It didn't really end well as it ended this time. It was just that last girl. She cheated on me. You know. She was very jealous and a spiteful woman, you know, and she went out of her way to hurt my feelings, you know. She have you ever heard of the dating app Raya?
No.
Can't say I have.
Well, it's like a popular celebrity dating app that the only way to get on it is to be invited, and she somehow found her way to catfish her way onto that dating app, and so that she could go and flirt with celebrities and then rub it in my face. It was the worst.
That's
because
insane.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I didn't even believe it until she started like showing me like the texts of her and fucking Matt Damon. Can you believe that shit? You know Matt Damon,
dude?
The Martian?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
And
Same.
And that hurt my feelings that she would go that far to do that, you know? And so I went on this big
Matt
deep
Damon,
dive.
that's far.
I went on this huge deep dive of Matt Damon. You know, she got me so jealous. She got me so good. And I did all this research, you know, come to find out he's happily married, you know? And then I did a little more. I don't really think she was talking to Matt Damon, you know, because she showed me those texts.
I think
and
she got catfished.
That's what I'm saying. I think someone catfished their way onto the app, and they catfished her saying they were Matt Damon. And now she's showing me, and she's showing me these texts saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go on a date," and she's revealing that she's getting catfished too. So what I did is I just let her be. I let her think that, you know, she was talking to Matt Damon, and I hit the road, folks. I hit the road, folks. And I hit them street celibate style that time, and it worked out for me, you know, for a very long time until I met my lovely Becky, you know. Sorry, give me a second.
What's the separation between you and Becky?
So I had a previous podcast, right, and it was right when I met Becky. It was always a good time. So I was scouring the dating app Bumble. You know Bumble, right, guys?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Bumble.
Well, Bumble is the app where the women have all the choice. So like if you match with someone, they have to be the one to make the first move. They got all the power, all right? And so I was scouring the non-monogamous section of Bumble. And that's, you know, non-monogamous. It's, you guys know non-monogamy, right? Yeah, it's people who like to, you know, multiple partners. And
and I met up with Becky, and we matched. But her profile said that she was a strong and dependent woman. I was like, oh, you hear that? And you say, oh, strong and dependent woman. And then she had just a bunch of pictures of her and her 4 children. And so I was like, holy shit. Yeah, she's like, oh, she just wants a sugar daddy or something. I'm like, God damn. But I went on a date anyway because Cecil need to get and dip his wick in something. And so I meet up with her. Come to find out, she's got 3 baby daddies, and she's in a polyamorous relationship with all of them. I thought that she was gonna make me take care of all her kids, but they were all spoken for her. I was like, God damn, this polyamory thing might be cool. So we started. I didn't know what to do. I had to take
what you're saying, Cecil.
Yeah, and so I took her out on a date, and I didn't know where to take her. So I asked my community for the podcast, and my community told me that we should just stay back and like do a Netflix thing, and they suggested that I show her Avatar. You guys know the movie the Avatar thing?
Great movie.
Yeah, they said it was about like.
Yep.
Some like kung fu dude or whatever. I was like, all right. And then I showed it to her, and it was just a bunch of blue people, and she was not impressed by it.
It's a long fucking movie. I can't even lie.
Yeah, it's a long ass movie.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Airbender, and so she was like mad
But
that
it
I
got
was like
some hot
showing her.
blue people in it.
Yeah, dude. And then so like in the right moment, they had like a really emotional moment with the main character. So I was like, this is my chance to go in for a kiss, right? And then I went in for a kiss, right? And she kind of kissed me, but pulled back a little bit. And I was like, what's the matter, baby? And she just kind of went, And I was like, what? And I don't think she thought I was a good kisser, So I broke up with her, and that's where I'm at right now.
But important question: which point in the movie did you kiss her in?
So you know that part when like the general or whatever who was like he took over one of the mechs, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna kill you all, and then he gets blown up. I was like, this is my moment, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't understand why she didn't respond positively to that.
And so
anyone would get in the mood from seeing that.
Yeah, honestly, that's like an L on her part.
And I know, but the thing is was it the movie that turned her off? Because I feel like I'm a really good kisser, but I think she reacted more to the kissing than the movie.
I would say she probably didn't want to kiss in that moment because she wanted to spend her time watching the film. She was that enthralled and that engaged.
That's true. It is a really engaging movie.
So do you think the kiss may have just thrown her off? Maybe she's too into the movie?
I think so. Yeah, I think you made a bad judgment call and you picked too good of a movie. If you're wanting to like Netflix and chill, it has to be a movie that like isn't that good so that you reach a point where neither of you are engaged in it. But you picked too good of a film.
Yeah. Man. That's a good point. So, like, what would you do in this situation after you just had I called her a dumb bitch. I said she needs to hit the road, Jack. Like, what do you do do you think I should just make amends, or do you think Becky's long gone?
Is this the lady that sent you an email?
No.
She lost her phone?
No.
This is a different lady. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, do you have her email address?
I mean, I could hit her up on Bumble again, I don't.
You could always follow in my footsteps.
Back to the roots. I like
her
it.
Email address.
Oh man, I can do that. She was
Clarence,
my love of my life,
Hmm?
Clarence, you probably don't know this, but I'm known from time to time to be asking people for email addresses, and I think Cecil should follow in my footsteps, and he should go ask for her email address, and that might kick things off again.
That's true. But I also like the back to the roots idea and going back to Bumble. So maybe go back to Bumble and send her a message where you ask her about her email, and then you chat her up on your email.
She'll take me more seriously outside of Bumble,
That's exactly it. You'll seem professional and refined.
Maybe we'll watch another James Cameron movie like True Lies, and then she'll be into that again. And then I'll find the right moment to kiss her. You know what? That's a good idea. Because, you know, I this whole podcast was like, I reached out to the audience. I was like, hey, what should I do? And they replied to me. They're like, Cecil, Becky was really successful in polyamory. Maybe you should be successful in polyamory too. And so I'm now thinking maybe that's for me as well. You know, maybe, you know what polyamory is, John, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when a marriage is slowly spiraling downward, they open it up so they could blame other people for their divorce.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's what I want to try to dabble in, you know? And so I think right now, if I were to be poly, that someone said I'd be solo poly. And that would be kind of like, I'm just like kind of dating myself, like and other people. So I think that's at this point, I think I'm going to announce that I'm solo polyamorous, and I'm going to try to get back together with Becky, but she's not going to be my main, you know? She already hurt my feelings about that kissing thing. She's going to have to earn it.
So if there's any ladies here in Livonia listening to this podcast live on the air right now, come on down to Radio Chernarus and get yourself a date with Cecil.
Yeah. So I also asked my audience to write in and give me some advice. My partnered in poly audience to give me some advice on this whole new world. Would you like to hear an email or two?
Absolutely.
Obviously.
All right. So this first one, it comes from Jeffrey. The subject is don't try poly, Cecil. It's not hopeful. Hey, Cecil, Jeffrey here. Took your advice from your pod about Bumble's non-monogamous section. Big mistake. Met someone who seems great, smart, funny, approved by their partners. We talked for weeks. Then they asked me for Bitcoin for some emergency. Next thing you know, they ghosted me. Account gone, profile deleted, poof. So yeah, that's my experience with polyamory so far. Got emotionally invested, sent some money, and got nothing in return. Definitely not trying that again. If you're planning on suggesting poly stuff on the podcast, maybe throw a warning there. It's not for everyone looking for love, you know? Some are looking just for your wallet. That was a good start.
Yeah.
He got fucked over, guys. Like that is the world of polyamory, man. That is the world. If you're out there on Bumble, you know, there might be a couple people that want a couple Bitcoins, and you can't say yes to that, guy. So, Jeffrey, I'm going to say this is on you. This isn't an anti cryptocurrency podcast, but you are pretty fucking stupid for, never meeting someone and giving them Bitcoin. So maybe, Jeffrey, you don't take advice from podcast hosts if you don't have your own sense of direction, okay? You got to have a little common sense, buddy. Jeffrey, I highly suggest you never listen to the podcast again, and maybe you forget of this radio station ever. Okay. All right. We're moving on. That's not a good message for me, man.
Also, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Also, Jeffrey, never take advice from a Nigerian prince or Microsoft tech support. Just remember that.
They're one and the same. They're one and the same.
Jeffrey, if anybody wants you to send them Bitcoin or gift card codes, they're not the one for you.
No, I don't think they love you, Jeffrey. That's not love. That was an easy one. All right, this next one this one comes here from Brampton. That's an interesting name. The subject is titled Poly Household Report. All right. Hey, Cecil, Brampton here. First time writing in. You asked your poly listeners to share their experience, so here's mine. I live in a house with 5 women. I'm what's called the hierarchical polyamorous relationship. In my words, that means not everyone's the same kind of partner. Some are closer to me, more involved in my life, and some are newer or less connected. The closer their room is to mine, the more primary they are. Anna and Rachel are on either side of me upstairs. Down the hall is Claire. Then downstairs we got Melissa and Jenna, the new girlfriend area. This sounds like okay. Honestly, it works really well most of the time. The house feels alive. Everyone has a place, and we all care. care about each other in different ways. It's messy, sure, but I like it that way. Even when things get tense, we find ways to make it work. In most days, I generally feel like this is how I want to live. That said, like any real relationship, it comes with drama. And this is what I've been waiting for, guys. I've been waiting for this drama. All right, so he titled this, oh, wow, he's real official. He titled this incident The Karaoke Birthday. Last year for Melissa's birthday, I went all out. Karaoke, whiskey, decorations in the downstairs living room. She was thrilled. But Claire suddenly got upset, insisting it wasn't fair because when I celebrated her birthday a couple years back, we only did a quiet dinner. At that time, she said that's all she wanted, but now she changed her mind. Rachel got irritated about the money, Anna pushed for a formal house meeting, and Melissa ended up hiding in the bathroom crying. It got so heated that Jenna started yelling from downstairs about unfair treatment, even though she wasn't directly involved. This guy says things normally work out, by the way. I grabbed a last-minute cake, brought everyone into the living room, and made them sing happy birthday to Claire in the middle of Melissa's party. By the end of it, the three of us were sitting on the couch holding hands. Melissa was calm, Claire was smiling, and Jenna even peeked upstairs later to check in. To an outsider, it probably looks like chaotic. It looks chaos. But in the house, it felt like everything had settled. So let me get this straight. Someone had a birthday party. Someone got jealous because the birthday party was better than them. And so he just threw a birthday party for her and ignored the real birthday person's. And everything seems settled. Okay. This guy's a psychopath, a manipulative psychopath.
I absolutely love the people that write into your podcast.
Dude, and that's how it ended. That's how the resolve is for him. That's it.
Having a caste system in your house is crazy work.
I know, it's hierarchical, man. You know, you got to earn your way to his bedroom. That's insane. Okay. There's another situation he has. This is not just a one situation guy. He calls it the hallway situation. Jenna hated being the only one downstairs, so she dragged her mattress upstairs and camped in the hallway outside my door for 3 nights. People had to step over her to get everywhere. Melissa felt abandoned. Claire got frustrated being passed over. And Rachel and Anna spent the nights whispering about how this would shake out. It was a complete mess. All right. I decided to handle it by letting Jenna stay in my room for trial week. When it ended, I moved into Claire's room and had Claire switch downstairs. Claire was furious, but after a couple days of one-on-one time with me, she admitted that she actually felt closer than before. What the fuck did he say to her? He just demoted her, and now she's like, I love you. The house quieted down after that.
I mean, if I could...
Oh, no.
Wow. Wasn't that thrilling? For all you listeners out there, our podcast crew got interrupted by a worldwide restart. Wink. What will happen? Who knows? Well, you can, if you listen on in to the thrilling conclusion of the Champions podcast.